welcome to The Grind, and I have here
Michael Nguyen.
So Michael, who are you?
I am a magician, EMT, and a former YouTube channel creator, I guess.
And which one are you most proud of?
Most proud of both all of them equally. They all feed me in different ways, just emotionally and all that. I'm proud of both. I've been an EMT and for so long, I'm just very happy about it. Yeah.
Well, the EMT sounds very selfless, almost kind of like a hero. You know, you care about people, you want people to be healthy. And then the YouTube is kind of more like like I have something to share, you know?
Yeah. Pretty much with the YouTube, I opened that channel. It's called Deck Review. It's the same as my Instagram. Back in 2009, a little after I graduated high school. It's a playing card review channel where I would just open up playing cards, do some fancy moves, and talk about it. A lot of the reviewers back then were very, very boring, so I wanted to make it entertaining. So that's how I got into that YouTube thing.
And so you would post this video, and what would you share it to your friends or just get views like randomly, or how did that go about?
So after I started posting videos, I went to other channels that were like my new channel and just posted comments about, oh, nice video, I made a review of this too. And so what made the channel take off, there was two videos I made. It's called the Lapal S-Spread video. It's a 30-second video. It went viral, and that has over 1 million views pretty much. And then this other video, my top 10 favorite playing cards, which took off pretty good too.
All right, so I'm gonna backtrack on that.
Yeah.
And ask you, what is something that people don't normally know about you that you're willing to share?
Just generally speaking, like a lot of people, especially my workplace, actually don't know about my YouTube channel, but that's because I kind of fell off of it.
Gotcha. So your YouTube channel, people
Yes.
don't know that you have a YouTube.
Yes, pretty much. They know about the Instagram. A lot of my coworkers follow me on Instagram.
Would you say YouTube was your first career, or what you went before you did an EMT, or is it
That is, yes.
hand in hand?
I was a YouTuber before I became an EMT.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Your first love.
Yes. Well, out of the three I mentioned before, magic's my first love.
Magic's your first love.
I got into magic when I was 16, and then I started doing the YouTube at 2009.
Did you do magic tricks on YouTube as well, or?
No, I just did the fancy card flourishes. You want me to show you some card flourishes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is not magic, this is just fancy card moves, pretty much. So, you know, I would show off by doing like the card fans. The video that made me viral, I just did it with a pretty back design. It's called the Lapal spread. Not a lot of people could do it. And, yeah, I just did that kind of stuff for the YouTube. I didn't do any magic though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was more like a chemistry between the card and your hand kind of thing, or is there like specific motion that you get into, or how would you say that you do that? How do you master the card like that?
A part of me, I get obsessive over little things at times. So when I first got into magic, I saw David Blaine on TV. I thought that was cool. Went on YouTube. There wasn't a whole lot of secrets being revealed in YouTube back then. But I found like written explanations online.
And how did you get into magic, card tricks, all that? I'm kind of interested.
So Yeah, when I was 16 years old, I saw David Blaine on TV. It intrigued me so much. I went to a library, checked out a magic book.
Yeah.
It's called Mark Wilson's Complete Course in Magic, and Nicholas Einhorn's Encyclopedia of Close-Up Magic.
Take a seat.
And I showed my mom some magic tricks. She was so impressed because the only thing I liked to do before that was just video games. I wasn't really into sports. Well, I wrestled in high school, but I wasn't into other sports or anything like that. And she was so impressed, she hired a magician to teach me for a couple years while I was in high school.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. You saw it on TV. You liked it, and then you got trained. Makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense. Okay. So I'm guessing doing this magic stuff and the card trick didn't provide you financial stability, so that's why you do EMT. Am I correct in that sense, or?
Yes. I never really looked at magic as a career while I was in high school. It's crossed my mind, but my mom stressed the importance of stability.
Right.
I didn't really know what to do right out of high school either, so I was focused on my YouTube channel. My mom thought I was being lazy at home, but the channel was taking off pretty well. So I worked retail. I worked at Walmart, Dollar Tree, Fry's Electronics, and...
I work there too.
Fry's Electronics? Oh, maybe that's where.
Okay.
That's probably
I
it.
don't like to speak about that because it brings me a lot of shame.
Yeah. Fry's Electronics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was from 2000.
Were you in components?
No, I was not.
Or
loss
audio
prevention.
video? Oh, loss prevention.
Yes.
Okay.
Not the, what's it called? The regular clothing people, but checking the receipts.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
okay.
I got to see a whole bunch of people.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah.
You got the easier job.
It is easy, but since Fry's is all gone, we can talk
Thank
about
God.
the loss
That place
prevention
is
thing.
Horrible.
So when you're checking the receipt, we're not checking for shoplifting. If someone was going to steal something, they would just put it in their pocket, bra, whatever it may be. They're not going to put it in their shopping bag. That's just stuff. A lot of people get offended about the whole receipt thing, but that's okay. My job is to check the receipts.
You count the items kind of thing, and if they miss...
Yeah, so we're looking for cashier's mistakes.
Right.
If the cashier forgot to ring up something, which is common, or the most common thing was double ringing, just by on accident, we could get the customer's money back.
Right.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yep.
Walmart, Costco, that's still in practice. That job is still...
Yes. With Fry's Electronics, we weren't legally obligated to check it. It's a service. That's how Fry's worded it. It's a customer service thing. If someone wanted to refuse, they can. But at Costco, it's a paid membership, so
Gotcha.
you have to show it to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
It's different. Yeah, paid membership. So in order to stay a member, that's part of their policies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. You have any questions for?
How do you compare your career with our career, as in your tech magic career with our entertainment career? How do you compare them? How different is what you do with what we do?
So you mean magic in comparison to my EMT job?
No, my...
So he's asking your magic versus us entertaining on TV, this podcast. His tool is the card. So he's
Yes.
entertaining us with the card.
Yes, and then I would talk. I could do a
The reason
sample.
I ask
Yeah.
is because you guys are technically part of our thing because of Penn and Teller. Remember the show?
I didn't watch it.
You never watched Penn and Teller?
I haven't watched it.
They are the two best magicians in the world.
Okay.
They have a program called Fool Us. Yes.
Yes.
I missed the deadline once. I'm gonna try to audition for them again. We'll see what happens. I met one of the producers or camera people at, it's called FISM. FISM is the the Magic Olympics. There's a national contest before you could go to the international contest. So I competed at the national contest. Didn't place or anything, or didn't qualify for Italy, but I was able to meet one of the full us camera people.
Would you say you're an actor yourself?
No, I wouldn't really call myself an actor. My magic persona is more of a extroverted version of myself.
That's acting.
It could lead to halfway to acting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you consider acting or no?
I've considered acting lessons to improve my magic, but not really, no.
Not acting on TV. That's respectable.
Yeah. Maybe TV commercials where they need like good hands, perhaps, but I've never researched it. Never really crossed my mind.
Right. You have options. That's the important part.
Yes, yeah. I'd say so.
Okay, and how many of you in total? 3 or 4?
4.
4.
Yes.
Oh, so technically you're the middle child.
Yes.
And that's what they tend to do with the middle child. They tend to leave us alone, and then they focus on either the oldest or the youngest.
Oh, yes. My youngest sister, I guess I'd say, is the most successful financially. Yeah.
The youngest.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Well, she earned it. She went the whole, I don't know, the 9 yards, I guess, going to school. She became a nurse practitioner, and
Nursing is very dominant in the Asian community.
yep, the nurses make a lot of money, especially nurse practitioners.
I may have wanted to do a lot of things, but I knew for a fact I never wanted to end up in the medical field.
Okay, yeah, it's not for everybody. If you have doubts, I wouldn't consider it.
Oh no, I know for sure
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't have the patience
Yeah.
or even the sympathy to be in the medical field. It
Okay.
requires a lot of that.
Yes. Yes, it does. So,
Okay.
let's see. So, I want to talk about the EMT more, magic more, whatever you want.
Why EMT? Is that
It's actually really silly. I used it as a job interview answer before and didn't get the job, granted. I thought the uniform looked really cool. And I thought I would look really cool in it.
hey, the uniform matters.
Yeah.
It matters a
Yeah.
lot actually. Whether if it's good or bad, you know.
Yeah.
It's people will either take you seriously or not seriously.
Yeah. And then in the uniform, it doesn't automatically build confidence either. When I was brand new, it was obvious I was a brand new EMT, even with the nice price
What's
uniform.
the scariest situation you experienced as an EMT?
Scariest? So, I don't know if you heard about the Halloween Airbnb shooting
No.
back in
Arinda?
Orinda, yes. So, I was one of the units that responded to that. They told us the scene was secure. No, well, I don't want to talk too much about it, but it was pretty wild. The place where we staged didn't seem safe, so it did stress me out a lot.
So this was like a serious incident? Like,
Yes.
Murders took place? Like
Yes,
deaths?
yeah, there were deaths, yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty.
Yep.
I thought. Oh yeah, you do have to go in and try and see if they're still alive and check on them, right? Yeah.
Good thing about EMS, we're not supposed to be in the hot zone or the hot zone. That's where it's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
We just stay in the cold zone, which is the least dangerous, safest spot.
And do you respond to like? If you have I guess like districts you respond to, or how do you respond to like calls? Like, is it based on location or like areas?
Yeah, so at the start of the shift, we check out an ambulance and grab keys. sometimes we share an ambulance with another unit. And after we check that out, we log in through an app. It's kind of weird. Log in through an app, well, via radio, but all our calls is through an app, pretty much. And then calls are assigned based off the whoever's closest.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And then we post around like street blocks. That's pretty much it. So one of our posts is 680 Monument, so we had to post within a mile from 680 Highway and Monument Boulevard. Another post we have is 4 in Pacheco Boulevard and Highway 4.
Do you have a dispatch, or when you check out the ambulance, is there like a building you go to, or
Yes,
an office?
yes. For my employer, we have 3 different stations: one in Concord, one in Richmond, and one in Antioch.
So, here's my question. Compared to San Francisco, Oakland, Concord, how much are you guys in need? You know what I'm saying? How safe is the
Like how many calls they get a day?
Oh, in Contra Costa, I don't know the exact numbers. I don't want to mislead anybody,
Right.
but we get a lot of calls.
Oh,
How about this?
Yeah.
More than 10 a day? Or
Oh.
more than 10 in a shift?
No. So so on a good day, I'd say it's about 2 to 4 transports a day.
2 to 4?
And
That's not
then
bad.
when we're busy, like 5 to 8.
Oh, okay. That's pretty reasonable.
Yep.
That's pretty reasonable. Has there ever been an outliner where you do like 10 or 15 in a shift, or no?
I'd say my worst shift was 10 calls.
10 calls.
But that's because you can't control what's happening out
Right.
there.
compared to Oakland and San Francisco, that is pretty little.
Yes. The thing is, the reason these other ambulance providers do run more calls, and I don't want to really go into it too much. In order to drop off our patient, we need to transfer care to a nurse and have the patient off our gurney. But sometimes there's no beds for us because the hospitals are so busy, so we're waiting against the wall with our patient. So if we offload them faster, we could very easily run more transports.
And I guess this would be a stupid question, but do you ever have to deal with like attitude of the client, like bad attitude or bad situations, or where they're like maybe physically they're too small or too big?
Yeah, usually a lot of family members, like let's say we're picking up a patient, a lot of family members are really concerned that this is a real emergency. Sure it is, it's an emergency. A lot of our calls aren't like, they're not gonna die in the next hour. In fact, a lot of patients could actually go to the hospital by car. But they call us because they're scared. And that's fine. So some people think...
And that call is also very expensive. So that's why they choose a car over
Yes.
an ambulance.
Yes, how I guess America is. A lot of these ambulance providers are ran by private companies. Yes. So the attitude comes from, while we're assessing our patient, it's not like TV where we just load them to the ambulance and take off with our lights and sirens. We got to do an assessment first to see how critical the patient is. It gives us a treatment plan, and then we go to the hospital.
Makes sense.
Yep.
You're the evaluation before the evaluation.
Yep. But some people just want us to throw their family member in the vehicle and go. And take them to the hospital, and then what are we going to tell the nurse?
I have no idea what's going on, but
patient's
your
sick.
problem now.
Yeah, the patient's sick. The family was told us to transport him, so we did, and here he is. That would upset a nurse.
Reasonable, understandable too.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be like, you're not giving me absolutely anything to work with
Yes.
here. That's frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we'll have patients who just walk up to us. We'll get dispatched to an address, maybe an apartment complex, and then they'll like walk up to us. And they're like, I don't really want to answer questions. Just take me to the hospital. So we would take them to the hospital, and let the nurse know the patient's triage appropriate and take them to the lobby sometimes.
How do you personally handle that?
Oh, I just treat them with kindness and respect. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, I kind of have to ask you these questions. It's for my chart. Just let me do my job. Yeah, and then they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, I just need these questions answered so I could get you checked in. Or I need to medically justify this transport so you don't get an ambulance bill. So we can bill your insurance. And that usually gets them like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, let me help you out.
Would you say you're more for the people or are you more corporate?
Yeah, for the people, I'd say, yeah.
Do you use comedy to ease the tension or are you more just serious?
With my EMS employer, you mean?
With the clients that call that need help. The people that you're helping.
Yeah, I'm just kind with them. If they're stable, I actually do close-up magic for them in the back of the ambulance. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Or if there's a long wait, let's say the patient's in pain, there's no bed, so they're on our gurney. Our gurneys are designed for short transports anyways, so it's not the most comfortable. The padding's so thin. I'll do some magic tricks to ease their pain. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah.
Would you say that people remember you? Would you say you're unique?
Yes. I'd say some people remember me. I've had someone who contacted me like after the whole ambulance thing, saying, "Hey, I remember you did magic for my son who was having an asthma problem. It'd be cool if you did a magic show for us. It'd be really cool to reunite you guys." The patient wasn't critical, so that's why I did magic. But yeah, the magic show never came to fruition. But that was nice, you know.
Yeah, whatever opportunity you get, because we live in a very small world.
Yes. Yeah.
And everything you do gets magnified sometimes in both negative and positive ways.
Absolutely. Yes.
But you're in a very public scenario. How do you deal with it? Like all the stress, all the pain, and all the discomfort of these patients. Like, how do you I imagine like a psychologist, like you have your clients, right?
Yeah.
And you're there to help them, but to a point you have to just kind of like, okay, these people, I don't have to help them necessarily. I'm here to listen. Like, how do you reset is what I'm trying to ask.
I know what you mean. Like sometimes you'll drop off somebody, feel really bad, and you're like, maybe I'll drop off some groceries or whatever. I've never been that guy. So I'm vested in that patient for however long I have. And then if it's like a stressful call, I guess, like let's say it's just a chaotic scene, like a highway call. And it's just a lot of shouting and your fight and flight response is on because there's cars passing you on the freeway. I just play around with the cards. After I drop off the patient, I'll just play around with my cards in the front seat of the ambulance.
All right, good.
Or,
I'm glad that that feels don't get in the way and you can keep it professional. That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yes.
I personally would have a hard time with that.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I don't do that type of stuff.
A lot of people, they don't realize until they're in it either. A lot of people will quit or leave the field because they have a hard time with that. Yeah. A lot of mental wear. Yeah.
Yeah. Though our health is very important, I haven't been to a doctor's in a long time.
Okay.
I have a negative connotation towards it. I won't get into that, but I'm just telling you that's my personal take on our healthcare and EMTs and all this. I feel like it's more of a business, and the compassion and the care is gone, and it's all just about making profit. That's my take on all this.
Okay. Fortunately, I'd say in Contra Costa, the 911 ambulance provider is pretty good. They're kind to us.
Thankfully, I never had to.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh,
be in there.
Yeah.
Question in the audience?
Number one, boo healthcare. And
Glad
two,
somebody agrees with me.
trust me, I know. And how I feel that you can help people interconnect with your magic when they're in a position of pain and help them be not in pain with your magic. How do you feel about it?
Oh, so I treat like I said before, I treat my patients with kindness and respect. Yeah, sometimes they're uncomfortable waiting on the gurney for so long.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
like, hey,
distraction.
I know it kind of sucks that you're still on our gurney. I wish we had the bed for you, but we don't. I'm a professional magician. Want to see some magic? Maybe it'll ease your pain. And that's usually how I get into it. Yeah.
Would you ever leave EMT for magic?
Magic full time. It's crossed my mind. If I get to the point where I'm good enough to, it is a goal, get good enough to work on cruise ships, then I would.
A cruise ship, what's that like?
A cruise ship?
Legit, a cruise ship?
Yes.
In a cruise ship?
Yes. So.
In the ocean, on the ship?
Yes. So, the stage magician headliners are paid quite handsomely.
Anything in the entertainment industry that's big gets paid pretty well.
Yes, and then
Or in any industry, actually.
yeah, the idea of traveling and doing magic would be really
But in
cool.
a ship.
But in a ship, yes.
That's pretty badass. That's
I love
pretty
cruise
badass.
ships, so.
Okay.
I did turn down a cruise ship contract with Carnival once because the money wasn't enough for me to, because it's close-up magic, so small stuff. The money's not as good as the stage magicians, so I had to keep my EMT job.
Sounds like every struggling artist. Where we
Yes.
have to do our 9 to 5s to be able to do our entertainment.
Yes.
Which is very humbling, but that's literally our struggle, where we have to be financially stable to be able to do what we enjoy.
Yes. Thankfully, with my employer, I was full time with them for a little over 5 years. Now I'm per diem, which means in order to maintain employment with my ambulance employer, I only have to work 4 shifts a month. And then I can just pick up shifts whenever I need the extra money. That way I can focus on magic at the same time.
How's that going? Are you getting more gigs?
Yes, just last week I did 3 of them, which
Nice.
is a lot. A lot for
Okay.
me, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's exciting. And is that in the future? You're just gonna keep. What's your strategy to get these gigs? Do they come to you? Do you go to them?
I'm actually very proud of last week specifically. The 3 actually booked me directly. A lot of my magic gigs come from referrals from other professionals who cannot do the gig.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So it's not how hard you work; it's who you know.
Yes. So yeah, sometimes that is the case. I'm friends with 2 magicians who are like the busiest children's magic show performers. So they always have extra gigs, and they'll just text me if I'm available. If I am, I'll take it. If not, then no harm, no foul. It just means they can't book us, pretty much. Just keep those gigs in our circle, pretty much.
Do you work solo, or are you in like some kind of agency, or?
I'm working solo. I would like to work for an agency, though. You need agency representation to get on cruise ships.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that the goal, the ultimate goal, this cruise ship? I think you said yes.
Yes. But small goals first. Cruise ships require 2 45-minute shows. And more material you have, even better. I only have 1 45-minute show.
Sounds almost like comedy. You go hand in hand with comedy. It's like a one-person show,
Yeah.
and then you kind of have to book your own gigs and have your own, material. Now, I would personally probably melt if I had to perform on stage for 45 minutes.
It's a
Get very-
long time. Yeah.
I get very you know, you have those eyes on you. I mean, the camera's here, but in real life, I'm very shy.
Yes.
Even on camera, I'm very shy. But yeah.
Yeah.
How do you handle the attention? Like, are you already used to having attention on you?
So I used to be shy in high school and introverted. Now I'm just introverted. I'm not shy necessarily.
I think once you're shy, you're always shy.
Well, shy people wouldn't. It's just my opinion. I don't speak for all shy people. I don't think shy people would necessarily perform on stage. You know.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not on stage though.
Yes. Whereas an introvert, introversion and shyness are different, pretty much. I just get worn out with a lot of conversation with a lot of people.
Fair enough.
If I'm at a party, I could do a killer magic set at a party, but when I get home, I'm just exhausted.
Social battery.
Yes.
Is there a trick that you do that you're like, that's your favorite?
Yes. It's called manipulation. I do stage magic to music on some of my acts, where I manipulate just using two hands, playing cards, or these are cards for you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it's the 8 of spades. We'll take the 8, place it back inside the middle. If you were here, you would put it back inside the deck yourself. All I have to do is just give the cards a couple cuts. And I think I already found it. It's on top. The 8 of spades. But that's not really magic, that's more skill. I'll do some magic with this card. I'll place it right here onto this table. I'll get another card here. The 5 of diamonds. The 5 of diamonds here, the 8's there. Just a wave, the 8 of spades is here, and on the table is the 5 of diamonds. Here, some people think I use extra cards, but I don't. Let's get rid of that theory. Who wants to sign their name on this card or draw a picture? Here we go.
Just draw a big ass penis on there. You're gonna write your name?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, let the birthday boy do it.
No, that's all good.
Yeah, something family friendly.
This is my name.
Your name. Okay. Oh, thanks for capping that. Let's see. Your name's Jose?
Yes.
Okay. So Jose wrote his name on this card. It's one of a kind. There's no way I would have any extras of this card. I'm gonna place it somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we never met before shooting this.
Yes. All I have to do is give the cards a wave, and the card jumps to the top of the deck. I'll do it again. I'll place it right here onto the table. From the bottom, jumps back to the top.
Nice. Okay.
Would you like to see it again?
Okay, let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
I'll do it again, but this time with just half the deck.
Okay.
You see Jose's card right here?
Yeah.
All right. Do me a favor, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Push this card all the way inside for me.
This card?
Yep.
Okay.
Just the wave, it jumped up here. In my
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you do that.
Not a strange thing to
You
happen.
manipulated the fucking brain.
Yeah.
That's what you did. You brain fucked us just
Here,
now.
one more time. I'll take the Jose's card one last time. Just gotta give it a bend so we can see something visual happen. See a pretty big bend right here?
Yeah.
In it goes. And that's the one and only 8 of spades with Jose's name on it.
I'm tempted to throw this card. This is all, what is it, frickin' witchcraft sorcery stuff right here.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh, thank you. So that's my favorite up close tableside magic.
Thank you for this.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I was hoping that you would do a trick or two for us.
Yeah, sure.
So you did. Definitely an entertainer. Have not failed us yet.
Wow.
Would you like to keep this as a souvenir?
Sure.
Here, let's try one more thing with this.
Oh shit.
There you are.
Wait, can I record that?
No.
Oh, come on.
You can only do it one time.
Yeah, so you have it on video here.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Wow. Can you make it disappear into another universe?
No.
He's
Oh.
working on that.
Yeah.
That's his next goal.
Yeah.
That's his next grind. Let me know when you achieve that.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
Actually,
yes.
I was working yesterday and I met somebody and I asked them what they were studying. I was in
Okay.
UC Berkeley yesterday working, and she goes, environmental science. And I said, what are you going to do with that in life? You know, and she goes, basically she wants to like fix climate change
Okay.
or something like that. So
Yeah, it's a very noble cause.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big one. So it just reminded me of this. How
Yeah.
he's like, can you transport that to another universe? Why not?
Yeah.
It's a noble cause.
I guess so, yeah.
So
Very
nothing's too
interesting.
big, right?
Right.
And the magic is in you. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
with that said, do you believe in something greater than just gravity?
Oh, you mean like the supernatural? Or
Yeah.
yeah. I believe we were made by intelligent design.
I was gonna ask
Divinely.
God,
Yeah.
but the supernatural is nice too.
Yes, I believe in God. Yes. 7 literal days made the planet. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Not science.
Sometimes I feel like I chat with ChatGPT sometimes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, the science doesn't really make sense. They have compelling arguments though.
How do you feel about ChatGPT? You think it's a tool that's gonna help us, or you think it's gonna hurt us?
It's been helping me so far. My website, although it's heavily edited now, so you can't tell. A lot of those sections on my site was written by ChatGPT, and then I use it as a tool to help me with like email responses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just started using it with my skits. I try to be funny, but I don't think I'm that funny. So ChatGPT just makes it a little fresher for me.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, I found it helpful with script work. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And the art of improv.
Yeah.
Improv's in here.
Yeah.
And in here.
Yeah.
So you gotta just be able to do it.
As far as being dangerous, unless the AI could like, control other hardware, I think it's fine. Yeah.
We don't want to get into a situation that Skynet becomes real.
Skynet, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that. Yes, yet.
No, of course not.
Is there anything that, I guess, famous last words before we end the show?
Well, thank you for having me. This is very cool. Trusted in me. I've never done a podcast before, so that's cool. It was a nice opportunity to talk about myself. I never do, so.
Good.
Yeah.
I think you're interesting, and I enjoy providing this platform for you.
We are on the...
Wait,
Oh,
hang on. Before we tell them where we're at, where can they find you, and what is your... Wait, sorry. What's your next project, and where can they find you?
Oh, my next project, I am just working on my another 45-minute show.
You have one, you said,
I
right?
have one, and I'm still strengthening that. I add and take out material all the time to make it right, There's some parts I don't like about it right now, for example. So I'm working on that. Where you guys could find me, my website is Michael Magician. There's no space, michaelmagician.com. My Instagram is @DACReview. And my YouTube channel is also @DACReview. I think just DACReview works though. YouTube.com/DACReview. Yeah.
MySpace.com?
MySpace? No, I don't have a MySpace anymore.
No one does. God knows what that thing is.
Yeah.
do.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Michael and the podcast. See you guys next time.
We are on
Where? The grind.
the...
Where are we on Earth?
All right. Very good. Watch the coin. comes back. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah,
I don't
thank
know
you.
how you do it, but